If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the. If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the daily.
Welcome back to the Slightly Daily Podcast. You made it back for another episode. Congratulations. You can find this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Slightlee Daily. This is episode number 66. I have a new guest with me today, and this is a beautiful thing. I haven't had a brand new guest in a while, but I like to... I like to treat my anybody really, anyone new that I meet, especially podcast guests. I like to give some stickers.
Oh, word.
Make sure keep one for yourself. Make sure that other one gets into some good hands. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So if anybody wants some Slightly Daily stickers, that's I'm really just trying to give them out. And yeah, so
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself to. I mean, this is our first time meeting. We followed each other on Instagram, and I've listened to all your music with Leroy. Listened to your new song, is very dope.
Word. I appreciate that.
Yeah, please introduce yourself. What's your stage name? Kind of give me where you from, that type of stuff. We can start out with that.
Word. Well, you grew up here, right?
Yeah, I'm from Murfreesboro.
Same here.
Cool.
Stay out there, Christiana area.
Okay.
But,
Did you go to Christiana?
No, I went to McFadden.
McFadden.
Yeah, till
Okay.
kindergarten through 8th grade.
Wow.
Then Riverdale.
Okay.
Went out of, let me introduce myself, fully.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, my name is Fryyco II. That's the stage name for anybody who kind of knew me as my name, Joy, growing up.
Okay.
It's always going to be Rari. That's the handle, J_Rari on IG. And, but Fryyco II is a stage name that kind of came across. It's actually my dad's nickname growing up.
Okay. Fryyco?
Fryyco was his name, yeah. I kind of come around as the second Fryyco, not like I'm just like my dad, but I'm kind of trying to take his name because when he went by that, man, he wasn't really up to no good,
Okay.
My dad would tell you himself, he had a little past that we don't got to speak on.
Yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to reinvent the name like as a whole different like person on some whole other shit.
Yeah, but
like
it's still your
mom.
family though. It's your father, so
Yeah.
you still love him, and that's great. That's really cool. I was
Sure.
that was I was pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
But I
Fryyco.
didn't know for sure, so I wanted to ask you that too on camera, just to kind of get. I thought it was Fryyco.
Right.
I thought it was Fryyco II. I didn't know like what it was, but Fryyco II. That's cool. It's unique. That is definitely one thing about having a stage name. One, the uniqueness is key, obviously, and then two, for it to have some meaning and depth is awesome, because you have so many young da-da-da or little blah blah blah, and I mean maybe that might mean something to
It
them.
fits them. Yeah,
Maybe
they
it
might have
does.
went by that growing up or something.
Yeah, but because I mean so musically, let's just get into the music, and then we can get into whatever else. But
Cool. That's cool.
how long have you been? Well, let's just go a little bit deeper. How long have you been really interested in just music in general?
Man.
Like when did you kind of realize, man, I see music as more of just something I listen to,
Real young.
Real
I'm
young?
not gonna lie, like music always been just a passion, like super interested in it. Like I wanted to sing. I played a few instruments growing up. I don't know if I can pick them back up, but
What instruments did you
pretty
play?
dope at acoustic guitar, and I played the
Oh,
drums.
nice.
And I played the drums, yeah. So I really haven't touched that in a while. That's a shame, but it's just kind of like a part of my past, like a piece of the puzzle to make Fryyco the artist now. Like I played some instruments and did a little singing. I'm not gonna lie, not the best.
Did you do like choir or something like that? Or
I
was
did
it
that.
Like, okay.
A lot of us did that growing up.
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
It was something deeper to me, and it's crazy. I don't really notice it, but like just looking back, you notice how certain things you did
Shaped you.
it shaped you.
Yeah.
Definitely is playing some instruments in music. I wasn't really I missed out on a lot of good music growing up, like the 90s music. Anything before that, I missed it even growing up. You know, I'm born in 95 though.
Oh, okay.
So
Why do you say that though? Were you like, you mean as in like your generate, like, because we're the same age. I was born in 96, so like we're the same generation. Do you feel like you say that because of like when you were born, like we don't know 80s music that well?
Oh, no. You know, a lot of people's parents or family members were inspired, like what they listened to. And sometimes that what they grew up listening to inspired on other artists, like inspires their current music. But I kind of wasn't really churchy, you know.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Really religious growing up. So it wasn't... I wasn't really even allowed to listen to certain types of music.
Non-secular music.
Non-secular was dead. Non-secular was dead. But my parents weren't hiding it. They weren't listening to it either. So, you know, that was it. We were only listening to gospel music. And even that part of my childhood still plays a part.
Oh, absolutely.
Even in not making gospel music at all.
Mm-hmm. But there's some really good gospel music. Yeah. There really is. And it's powerful. I mean, there's because I grew up in church settings too, and there was a period in my life where me and a family member who was around my age, we shared an iTunes account, and you remember those days, right? And his dad was just like that. He only wanted us to have like Christian rap and stuff on there. So there was a period, man, where it was like all I listened to was Christian bands and Christian rock and Christian rap, and I mean, it's cool. It has the message is so deep, but I mean, sonically, man, there's some Lecrae is just as good as a rapper as anyone. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I can't
songwriter too.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good. And then there's some bands too that like, I mean, they're making like real rock, you know, but like they're talking about their faith. That's awesome.
Yeah, everybody should express themselves how they feel on
absolutely
with their music. Yeah, definitely.
So roughly, transitioning out of that period where you were sort of, I don't want to say sheltered, but like
I hate to say it too.
I know. I don't know. Sheltered, I guess, is the most appropriate word. Yeah. But when did you move out of, you know, who were some of the first artists that were non-secular that you listened to? You know what I'm saying? Like who kind of dabbled, like Lil Wayne type stuff, or
definitely it would baffle you. But the first time I heard rap was Lil Wayne. Before that, I don't know anybody coming before that. I don't even know who they are. I'm sorry. But, you know, I've heard some good music before that. But Young Money was the first thing I got totally just it was my shit, bro. Every day. Repeat.
So like we talking like middle school, 12, 13?
Yeah, about 12, 13. I got real heavy on list. Like I was in class back then with the earphones on. We was doing that in high school before the AirPods, you know, having the music.
Through the hoodie?
I had the hoodie every time. I might want to do it today. Yeah, bro. I was stuck on music. I was stuck on everything that I wasn't allowed to listen to, period. If I couldn't listen to it, I was listening to it just because a lot of that stuff right around there, that Kid Cudi and Kanye was like big for me, like
absolutely
shaped me a little bit at that point. You know, there's that period of time in my life, like music, boom, just like kind of like opened me to learning stuff about myself, and like that's when I started just being passionate about music and just like I don't know, it inspired me so much, bro. So Eminem, all that.
Eminem too, man. I mean, all right, the last 10 years has been a little rough for Eminem, you know, but the first 10 years of his career, I mean, you put him up there with anyone. Yeah. You know, 2000 to 2009, we'll say, man. I don't care who you are, man. Yeah. Lil Wayne or Eminem, right up there with Lil Wayne. I mean, honestly.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, no doubt.
I know you ran track in high school. That's how I knew who you were in high school because I knew you were a track star. Right. So let's talk about that a little bit. I mean,
I think that's how I got introduced to a lot of people because I was going to the magnet school. Everybody else at Christian and other schools. Okay. Like when I first started running track, I'm not gonna lie, I started running track when I was 9. And so I just stopped like a little under a year ago, you know, to work on some other gifts and talents I have, you know, because I've been running since I was 9, and I'm almost 25 in like a couple weeks.
Wow.
So 24 when I really hung it up, but it's been a lot of people met me like as a track star or something. So, and that's really Rari. That's where I got that nickname.
Tell me like about your success with that. Like, let's talk about that. How, you know, like, tell me about, because all right, so just let me backtrack a little bit. I went to Riverdale for 1 year, and then I graduated from Central Magnet. So I have like Riverdale. I'm a Riverdale.
We got mutual Magnet school friends then.
Absolutely. Yeah, McFadden for sure. Absolutely, because
a lot of McFadden alumni went there.
Absolutely. So, as far as mutual, I mean, you probably know everyone I know, and then you know, and it's crazy. But I knew you from high school, like, you know, just being because I played baseball, and you know, just athletics. You kind of keep an ear.
Yeah, you know about it.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, she's good at. She's from Riverdale, and she's in the state tournament or whatever. So, tell me about, you know, what your track career was like, you know, what you know, brag a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Not?
Tell me.
Why not? I have some great accomplishments.
Because that is something that I want to get in depth with you about.
Sure.
So, I mean, just tell me.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. That is a big part of me. So, and I have some great accomplishments that I'm proud of. You know, very humble athlete though. And in general, as a person, it's just so important to stay humble. You know, I didn't do anything to deserve that gift. You know what I'm saying? But
being humble is very important, but also being proud, recognizing that, wow, I'm happy with what I did. Yeah, you know, is very important.
It's really dope.
So, what kind of events did you run? What did you do?
So I was a sprinter always. Okay. From the jump, I dabbled in some cross country, more for enjoyment because I'm always down for a good little jog.
So is cross country's in the fall or
cross country's in the fall?
And then track is in the spring, right?
Right. Okay. And I played basketball going in like freshman year. Okay. I played basketball, and I just transferred basically as soon as that was over. Went into track season. Okay. And that was the first time I kind of flipped like that in high school, but I was a sprinter. You know, shout out to Coach Field. You know, but Coach Field actually trained me since I was like 11 though. Wow. I was up there at Riverdale practicing with the high school team in middle school. Wow. So I already knew what I was coming into. Yeah. So freshman year popped off. That's when like
you're already comfortable with the program too.
I was here with the program and stronger. And then coming out of basketball, I was super strong coming out of that. But yeah, we won state on the 4x200 relay, and that's when Riverdale kind of was always a good track team, but that's when it kind of was like, yo, we here.
What year was that for you?
That was my freshman year.
Freshman year, wow. That's great.
Yeah, running with straight seniors, and I was a anchor leg pretty much every time. I'm not gonna say I can't remember not being it, but that's an important, you know, if you know anything about track, that's like a really important role. If you get the baton in last place, it's your job to come out at the top, regardless. Luckily, we were squad though. Like I could shout out all my favorite.
Yeah, go ahead.
Squad athletes.
Tell them what's up.
I hate to leave anybody out, but the squad was that freshman year. I don't know if you know any of these people. I'm sure you know Olivia Jones.
Basketball, yeah.
But she ran it on that track too, man.
I didn't even know that.
State champion with me.
She played at MTSU, right?
Yeah.
Basketball? Yeah.
Yeah. All American athlete all around. Yeah. Like in track too, she was all team, all state. Yeah, shout out to her. Ashley Henry was on there. And who he's running with? Mind fart. Dang, that's
okay.
It's okay.
So that was freshman year. So what was it like the rest of your high school career? Was it just, I mean, pretty much the same?
Yeah, you just had to keep elevating it. Like I just, you know, everybody kept working hard because you already knew what you was coming to. No, Coach Field, you already knew what you was coming to. Shoot, broke some records. I think I still have the 100 and 200 record at Riverdale.
Wow.
in the county.
That's great. That's awesome.
Somebody came really close, or it got broke last season. Somebody's running it out here. Shout out to you.
From where? Do you know?
I don't know.
This is like a Rutherford County record.
A Rutherford County.
Okay.
Yeah, I did run up Rutherford County.
Wow.
I got a few. We still got some records out there. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Riverdale track team got plenty of them.
Riverdale's one because I'm from here and my family's from here, so my parents went to Riverdale and my uncles. So like, I've been around Riverdale like my whole life, you know.
Yeah.
And Riverdale has just always been so sports centered, and I know you know that, but like, I mean, girls basketball, one of the greatest girls basketball programs in the country, literally, and black men too. But like, and then you know, football has had their days, plenty of days, and then, I mean, track and field. I mean, literally, like it's so sports center, and I don't know if it's just Riverdale or if it's Murfreesboro.
I think it's the athletes around, man.
Yeah, I feel like
they're not all at one school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
like
the athletes. Some we eat, some we drink in the water, man.
Because even from me, and from a baseball standpoint, so because I played at Riverdale my freshman year, and then I went to Central, and at Central my junior and senior year we made the state tournament, and at that same time, Riverdale was in the state tournament too, and there was like 4 or 5 of us who transferred from Riverdale to Central, and like it's just crazy because like we were all on that same team, and both teams we split up, and both teams like still we didn't win, but like
that would have won.
Making the state tournament is a huge deal, and I mean, I know you know that.
You got to be on your man. You got to be on your P's and Q's. Those are the teams that never took any days off.
Yeah. For sure, and the winners for sure.
Yeah.
Because so I just wanted to touch on the track thing with you. I could not bring it up because because literally
I didn't even have a clue that you knew anything about it, but
hell yeah,
I know, it was talked about.
That's a big it was a huge deal. I mean, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
So 2 state champs,
yeah.
2 state championships.
Wow.
Out of 4 years in track.
Did you guys actually get like rings? Like,
yeah, we got rings. Wow. I don't have nothing on, but it's in the case.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wanted one so bad. We got 3rd place my junior year. Yeah, and like that was you got some hardware, for.
No, 3rd place is good.
Yeah.
Baseball is very competitive.
Baseball is especially, man, the postseason in baseball is intense because it's like literally it's the end of the school. It's May, so it's the end of the school year. You're like
you tired,
not sleeping. You're literally getting home at 10, 11 o'clock, and getting up and if you don't go to school, you can't play like in the game. Like they have weird like rules and stuff. Like if you skip school, you can't play. Man, so 2 state championships. What was the second year, or the second time? What year were you?
The second time. We took it out. That was my junior year. That was my junior year, yeah. I was with some people. We took off Talia Martin. I don't know if you know Talia Martin.
Her name sounds familiar.
Jalea White was on there. She transferred. And my girl Dariana, she went there too. Wow. We took off on that. We broke a record on that one.
Junior year?
Yeah, it was just squad.
Man.
But we won every meet, man. I can't remember losing a single meet. Like
that year or just?
On our relay teams, every year, freshman through senior year. I don't remember losing. I remember having to get us out of 3rd or 4th place and come out, and I don't know. It's a gift from God, bro.
It really is.
Just turn it up. I see somebody in front of me, I'm coming for you. And every time it'd be like, boom, even if it was the last step, boom, gotcha. Yeah.
That was always one of my favorite events to watch in the Olympics. Is track, dude. It gives me an adrenaline rush. Watch or just track.
You feel like you in the race,
literally.
Right?
And I mean, I'm not like an expert. I'm a sports person, I love all sports, and I'm not an expert on track and field, but like I don't know a whole lot of athletes, but like I like watching it. It's so, and even swimming too. It's really similar,
Yeah.
The swimming. I
love watching that.
But literally, I mean, I don't know a whole lot of athletes, but like Usain Bolt, just like literally watching him glide is, I mean, he's unreal. Like he's
unreal.
He's possibly, I mean, arguably one of the greatest athletes ever. Like of all sports, man, the fact that he can run as fast as he can, and he doesn't even like, it doesn't even look like he's giving it his all, like veins popping out of his head. Like he's literally just gliding.
I don't see any effort, but I've seen some behind the scenes trainings of Usain.
I think he has a documentary.
Yeah, watch the documentary.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, definitely. You
I've
know,
been meaning to check
anybody
that
who
out.
run track highly respect Usain Bolt.
Yeah, I know that sounds so like probably cliche to just be like, oh, Usain Bolt track, but like because I don't know a whole lot of track athletes, but like I know he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like,
well, like how do you look at Kobe Bryant? Because I look at Usain the same way, but
for sure.
Actually, Usain is arguably the Michael Jordan, though. Like, he never lost, though. Michael Jordan has his wins and losses, but Usain Bolt been running it.
He
like,
literally,
He's at the top. He's at the top.
Of his craft.
He's winning every time.
Yeah, so...
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. That's still... Still
to this day.
It still feels weird. It's one of those things, bro. It just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. I don't think I fully believe what happened just yet. I'm not over it. That's like for me, like, you know, you said Usain Bolt's one of the top athletes in the world, in every sport, but like Kobe Bryant was my biggest inspiration of all sports. Everybody wants to say that, but God know.
Yeah.
Kobe meant a lot to me. Like, for real. Out of all sports, and I played all sports, got love and respect for all sports. If you love sports, you passionate about it all. It's competition that you're passionate about. Challenges, and you know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, it just don't sit well.
You are not going to... Look, Kobe might have a year where, you know, toward the end of his career where he wasn't playing that great or he was getting injured. But, dude, you are not going to out-try Kobe.
No.
He had a one-of-a-kind mentality. God was like, look, I'm going to make you a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he was.
You are not going... I'm giving you this mind. He has a beautiful mindset, dude. He's like, you are not going to beat me. I don't care. Like... Inspiration,
but can back it up.
And
but
he
the
can
talent
back it up.
Backed it up. It wasn't smack talk. It was not smack talk
exactly.
at all.
There's someone who comes to mind, Avery Bradley. You pay attention to
Man.
all yapping. I mean, he's good. He's a good NBA
smack
player,
talk.
but that's the difference between him. Like, he thinks he can... He's out here like up in people's faces, but like he's not really backing it up, you know.
Yeah, it's a tactic to that, I guess.
There is. It's all.
Or he's really cocky. We don't know which
That's
one it is.
I mean, maybe. Shit, who knows, really? But that Mamba mentality, he has that extra gear, just that. It's literally a mentality that you can't teach. That you can't coach. That, you know, you can't coach someone to say, all right, Kobe, I need you to get in the gym every single day and put up 400 shots. Like, no, he just did it, and he wanted to perfect his craft. I mean,
inspiration. Like, I know some people don't understand the whole, because they didn't get very passionate about Kobe or didn't even really know, couldn't point him out in a picture or anything, but I'm glad that it's kind of getting around, like, you know, Kobe's story.
I wanted to watch that little movie he made.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that or hear about that? He won like an Emmy or an Oscar, like right after he retired. That's
crazy.
Insane.
That's crazy.
He was like, he was like, all right, I'm not playing ball anymore, but I'm still gonna go get a win. You know,
because he can't hang it down. He can't hang the
competition
towel at
man.
Nothing. Yeah, it's different. We can only strive to be like Kobe. We can only strive.
Yeah.
We should. You know, whatever you're passionate about and anything that you're going to take serious, you should go about it 100%. Or I would say Mamba mentality is more than 100%.
Yeah. I mean, there's a thin line, though, between, like, there's a thin line between, like, passion and obsession. You almost need to be a little obsessed to be good. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds crazy to say, but like for you to be as good as you were at track, was track not something you literally thought about every single day, even in the off season?
Even in the off season,
You know, like upset, and it's borderline an obsession. I mean,
Yeah.
and it sounds crazy to say, but it's like, it's kind of true.
Yeah.
Like every day you're like, okay, I'm gonna manifest. After your freshman year, you're like, we're gonna get another one.
and it's track in general. It's
Mhm.
not even just the racing, like actual
Yeah.
being the one in the race. I don't know how to explain that,
Yeah.
man. Like when you're next up, somebody
Mhm.
just ran in front of you, and then you're next
just
up, you're like, oh, it's time to shine.
Yeah,
All this work for this race that takes me 12 seconds or less.
that's another thing about
That's
track
crazy.
too. Is it's like that. Like a baseball game is 2-3 hours. A football game, you know, a couple hours. Even like
It's go, it's stop and
Yeah.
go, it's stop and
Yeah.
go.
track is like, you need
Boom.
these.
You got one chance.
Yeah, like you could miss it, you know, and there's one chance. Like
One chance.
baseball, you're in the box, you swing and miss, you're like, oh, okay,
At
I
least
get
3 chances.
yeah, I get at least 3 swings, and you know what I'm saying, and then I can stop in between. No, there's no stopping. Even or football is all right. Run a
crazy.
play, stop. Run a play, stop. Catch your breath. Like, man.
Yeah.
So how has let's tie this together. So how has crafting, using sports, you know, being just completely immersed in sports related to you music wise? You know what I'm saying? Because it's all expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sports is an art. I mean, it really is. It's
Yep.
expressing yourself. It's, you know what I'm saying? So how can you relate the track mindset to Fryyco II as a musical artist in 2020?
Same exact mindset. Every day I went to practice or I had a competition. Some days you're in the studio or you're working on a project.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to attack even just recording, even when you're not on the mic. I'm practicing every day in
Yeah.
some kind of way. If I'm doing a freestyle today, and it's like I know I got something to build up for.
Mm.
You want to be the best at everything you do,
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
if you've been a winning athlete,
Mm-hmm.
which is a life I was living as an athlete. So I want to win. That's like
There's no other
That's the
option.
goal.
There's no other option.
and it's like, you know, when you're working towards something, even sometimes with baseball, you have your regular season, but you know you got a postseason. This one, it's gonna get real.
Yeah.
You don't have that in music, so it's just your
there's no
self
off-season.
discipline.
There's no
There's no off
off-season, yeah.
season. It's your self discipline to get up and record today.
Mm.
I think that the discipline thing for me has been something that contributes towards my sound getting better daily.
Mm.
You know, and for the long goal, you know, you see, I want to make a career out of this. I want to make money from this.
Yeah.
But that's not the real goal. Like, you want to win first place, you want all the goals, but the real goal every day is just to get better than yesterday.
Mm.
I basically use that to try to make my music sound better, even if it's just the smallest little things. And it's kind of like you get to practice, and you know, you got your coach give you what you're doing today.
Like a workout.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do these drills. Da da da.
Or you get the weightlifting, they tell you what you're doing today, and then you just do it. Well, you're not thinking about how that exact, you're doing dips. You're
Yeah.
not thinking about how that exactly is
Yeah.
going to contribute towards your throw, but
Yeah.
every day you're putting in that grind, it's making your throw better.
Yeah, it really is gradual. It's a little tiny
Yeah.
building block to the strength that it's going to give you to make that extra push to get that step on your
Yeah.
opponent.
Yeah.
So,
That's how I attack the music, man. Like, anybody who wants to ever record, hit me up. I don't care
Yeah.
your level of how long you've been recording. You know,
yeah.
every time I record with you, I'm getting better. Every
Right.
time I'm trying to link up for a new sound, like everybody has their own sounds.
Yeah,
I'm trying to collab with anybody.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever, anytime.
that's beautiful too, and I can tell so I don't know if you've checked on that group message a whole bunch, but
a lot of creatives.
I want to just touch on that for just a bit and just kind of.
Oh yeah, tell them what you did. Tell them what you did.
I did a podcast yesterday. I haven't posted it yet, but it's on YouTube. But I'm gonna like post it and shit after. We kind of talked about it, but I just want to touch that again. So essentially what I wanted to do was create a group message of, I mean, local artists, but there's also a couple people from not around here, which is cool, but like the majority of what I was trying to do was connect people from around here, because I see so many people and like talented people who we're just so scattered, you know? And I mean, we said this before the podcast. We're busy. I totally fucking get it, you know? But if you want to do something, then, you know, you got to try and make some time, you know?
True.
You got to try and make it work, you know? Even if it might be like a 2-hour window, like get in there and write you a song, or, you know what I'm saying? So what I wanted to do was create a space where not just rappers and producers, but anyone creative, but rappers, beat makers, dancers, you know, painters, videographers can come together, ship some, copy and paste some links in the group message, you know, and be like, hey guys, you know, check out my new song. And then like producers can be like, yo, who wants some beats, you know, send me some emails. Videographers can be like, yo, here's like my rates for a video, la da da, like let's work. And I wanted it to be people who are serious, you know, like serious creatives only. Like,
this is our real passions out here. Art in general is a real passion out here.
And then there's even a couple people who have clothing brands too, you know, and that's
art.
It is. And I mean,
and that's hustle though.
And that too,
hustle is only group message, basically what he just said.
Yeah, so
hustle is only.
Exactly. So I mean, there's a couple producers in there and stuff, and I mean, yeah, and then there's people who, I mean, definitely you have like little subsections of people who know each other, but like there's some people just from my little Instagram network who have never heard of each other, and then whenever they, like, I mean, I'm seeing it happen just in, it's only been a couple days, but that so and so will like send a link and they'll be like, yo, that's hard, like I've never heard of you, and then like you know, so that's kind of what I was trying to promote with the Instagram group message, is just promote collaboration, because I see people are so spread out, and it's like
I love it.
Let's work together, because you can't do, like, whether you think you can't do this on your own. I'm sorry, but you need somebody.
Sorry.
You need somebody in some way.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I want Fryyco II to just give and give and not get anything in return, but like we need to work with each other, not like for anyone. You know what? Does that make sense? You know, like the difference, what I mean by that? Like with, like literally, like let's be creative and constructive, like with each other through collaboration. Like let's actually do it and not talk about it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and I'm gonna back it up. Everything I said, yeah. I'm down for all type of collabs. So right now, I got a collab to do tomorrow with an artist I never worked with.
Cool.
That we just knew each other kind of growing up, kind of like, you know, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Right.
I haven't made music with this person yet, but I'm down for doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and even if you're not like punching in or like writing a song, like something like making a connection on Instagram DM, like, hey, I like this, could you maybe send me some beats sometime? Just something every single day. It's literally a journey, one step, like, and it might be something so small, like, I don't know, it might be something so small like drawing a picture, like, oh, I think this would be cool for cover art, I'm gonna see if someone can paint this for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
just anything, really. Just and really, like, the power of like manifestation is real, and if you keep goals in your mind, like they will literally come true right before your eyes. And I'm sure you've seen that happen before. I mean, I know everybody has. If you really like, and it's all about positivity, and you're gonna have highs and lows. You're gonna feel like, man, I just dropped this shit and it didn't get the feedback I wanted. And then you might be a little defeated, but it's really just growth.
That's going to be the difference between you and the person that wins. Yeah, you can't be defeated.
No. Cause
you can't let it, if you're passionate about something, please, whoever listening to this, don't let that go. Keep doing it. Keep working on it.
Just keep pushing, perfecting your craft, perfecting your sound. I mean, if you even look at all right, let's just look at someone. Literally, let's look at Drake.
Ooh.
You listen to Drake's, and people don't even know
I don't care.
much about his his first album that So Far Gone, you know, like the black and white one. So he had 2 mixtapes before then that were low key garbage. You know which ones I'm talking about?
I heard
Comeback
them.
Season and something else.
I don't even remember what they're called. They're so garbage.
This is Drake we're talking about. Okay,
I don't care what
and
y'all guys say.
The GOAT, absolutely. But like, look at that. He was just trying shit. He was like, all right, let's try it, and then comes out with Best I Ever Had, and that's one of the best songs of our generation. You know,
one of the best songs I heard.
I mean, for real. And it's just like, it's just trying shit, really.
Imagine if you didn't try that.
Yeah. He was
like,
damn.
Passionate about that.
Imagine if Drake was like, man, I can't do this. I'm gonna stick to acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That is so crazy. We would not have any. Drake has affected so many people with his music.
And that's what you never know. You never know who you're inspiring or who's learning from you. Mm-hmm. So Drake didn't
quit.
He didn't do all that just to be inspiration and the influence he had on music industry.
Yeah, period.
Not just rap. We're not talking about rap.
The whole industry. This man is out here competing with the Beatles and Taylor Swift and, you know, Elvis, like Billboard records and shit.
Deservingly, man. That man put in work, and he's just got. That's just a God talent.
Yeah, God definitely blessed him in a very.
But it's work, because we heard the first tapes. We heard that it was work. It had to be somebody, and every person that invested into him and gave him, you know, hint.
That's another thing too. Is he needed a team, like, and that's what I want with the group message thing. And I'm not trying to just be like, I'm not trying to like make it to where it's like, oh, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't want people to feel like, oh, well, you just want this person to be the center of attention. It's like, no, like, we all can.
This is not a competition.
Exactly. Basically, yes. This is not a competition. That's what I'm saying.
Do I need to say it again? This is. We good?
Yeah, you're good.
This is not a competition. We're supposed to be working together.
I know, and
like,
that's what I want more to happen.
Work with y'all.
That's what I want more to happen, because like specifically in this instance right here, I can name a few producers who just have hard drives full of beats, and you know what I'm saying. No one's using them, and like,
then
dude,
there's me,
right? And then there's someone like you who would use them.
I need to be for tomorrow.
I can definitely hook you up.
It's gonna be too late when this goes out, but I can
definitely hook you up. I make beats too. I can.
Perfect.
So, but yeah. So tell me a little bit about. Let's get into this zone right here. Let's go to this place. So,
I'm in there.
Whenever you are. So tomorrow, what is your creative like recording process? How exactly like do you, when you punch in, or like whenever you're like, all right, I'm hitting the studio. What's like take me through like your first couple steps. Like, what do you do usually? Man. I know it's probably different every time, but
Oh, yeah, it is different every time. But like, whatever I kind of got into that day, it could be that's going to inspire what I record that night. But I really enjoy the morning recording sessions.
Morning, okay.
Because, it's fresh on your mind. And I actually know that whatever's going to be fresh on my mind before I go to bed that night, like, my recording process doesn't start in the studio, for real. It starts with, it's prepped by what I did that day. Like,
I feel that.
Honestly, I was a few minutes behind linking up with you today. I was on a nature walk, I'm not going to lie.
No, where'd you go? The Greenway?
Some Greenway. But if I start my day a certain way, it's going to reflect on how well my studio session even goes. Like, honestly, the positivity, like, this is a great day. I'm glad we're doing this at this time. Yeah. But, a little slightly stressful weekend,
I feel that.
I know what to do to kind of set up. I don't know. I'm really in tune with myself, so I know what to do to kind of set up a good session.
Yeah.
And just to be able to have a good conversation with you after a stressful weekend, I had to refresh.
Yeah,
you know?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Refresh.
And I had to make sure I did that to start my day. And if I'm going in on a song that I wrote, now most of the time I'm not writing, you know, most of the time I'm not writing. I don't prefer either way, but I just happen to usually go in the booth and go off the mind, straight off the mind. Emotion, yeah. Straight off the mind. What I'm feeling at that moment is gonna come out. Like last night, I went somewhere yesterday on a boat ride.
I saw your story. That looks cool, actually.
Yeah, I was on a boat ride. I really needed some relaxation this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, one of those weekends.
Sure.
You know, I've been putting in a lot of work.
For sure.
So I need to relax. So I wrote 2 songs while I was out there, but I'm not gonna record them today because I'm not in the same. I don't feel. I'm not in that same emotion. So sometimes I write songs. So if I'm feeling like it was a rough day, bro, and I just need to let it out. I've been holding on to some things inside that I need to let out. Then I got some songs that I wrote during that same feeling that I was had during that same mood. Then I know I'm gonna record that tonight. So I have like basically just kind of keep some songs in the phone. Yeah. From any time I want to go ahead and basically relive that moment.
Yeah. So when you did that, did you like physically write that, or did you use like the voice memo thing?
Oh yeah, shit? Dude, I do both.
I was about to suggest that for you if you weren't doing that already. The voice memo.
The voice memo was great.
Click that thing on and just like.
I learned I learned too late. I promise you it is some good songs is gone.
Right, like just another like just a pro tip here. So say you play a beat on your computer or something, and like you just press record and you just freestyling, and you know what I'm saying, just put your phone down and just freestyle, and you'd be like, oh, that was it, like say it like, oh, that was it right there, and then take that little nugget and then take that to the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I haven't yet to.
There's so many ways to do music. There's so many ways.
And honestly, like you said, it kind of feel it going off of, you know, what you're doing. The project I'm working on right now is called Rosedale Drive EP. I lived on Rosedale Drive in a neighborhood that was kind of what's the word? It's like a time period of my life that was totally different from the rest. I was all on my own, stayed by myself. And I experienced some things in life I never experienced before. It was like I stayed there for 1 year, and I feel like I went through my whole life there.
Oh wow!
I feel like I really went through like so many events left and right. Just I felt like I couldn't win, bro.
Yeah.
But I made music that whole time, and I'm just finishing the songs I either wrote there or recorded there. Everything was recorded. Where I was living in Homewood, Alabama, everything was recorded there on this tape. I'm finishing some stuff that I didn't get to finish recording, but I already know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm almost on that tape, but I was in what people would say a dark place. I don't want to say that. I was in a learning phase.
Growing.
I didn't grow much, man. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
It was kind of the opposite.
Okay, I see.
Like I had grown leading up to that, and I kind of like
maybe you stagnated. Maybe it was sort of an in between, like not really growth, but kind of maybe you were just there. I mean, that's okay.
I was just there and taking care of business. I was working in school, and I was still a student athlete there, I was hustling on the side.
So you play, or you were at UAB?
Yeah, I went to UAB and graduated there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was
What was that like? Let's get into that. What was college like? What was college like? College athletics.
College athletics is hard.
It's hard as in like the training regimen, just the balance. The
balance is the hardest thing. But if you did sports in college, then you was already grinding already. Yeah. You didn't just get to college sports just going through the motions. You know, you had to grind to get there. So you already knew what you signed up for, you know, going in. Well, you thought you did. You thought you did, on top of just going through, like, life experiences. Because, think about from where you are now to when you were 18, let's say.
Yeah.
How much you have changed since then, but in the
Man.
midst of all that, you're still dedicating your life to learning in school and, you know, focusing on your health. Every day you're focused on what you're eating that day. Imagine, you know, you're just hungry. You just look up where you want to go get food right now. No, you got to pre-plan all that because you have practice at this time, so you got to eat by this time.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, you dealing with, you know.
I even felt
you
that.
You got dumped last night.
I even felt that a bit in high school. And I mean, we practiced a lot, but it wasn't. We practiced a lot, but it wasn't super crazy. I mean, I know I didn't have a job. That's really what it was. I didn't work in high school, so it was just school baseball.
But that's a lot. I remember because
we definitely practiced all
the time.
Busy.
I barely had time for much. Missed out on some social life. And you know, just kind of learning. We kind of had to grow up a little bit going through stuff.
Because I went to MTSU too, and I finished in 2018, and I didn't play any sports, but just college period is like you have a lot of free time, but you're really like you're stretched very thin. You know what I'm saying? You are. College is. It's so hard to explain because you really do have a lot of free time, but you're literally just always running on.
To do.
Because like sometimes, just look at this. The scheduling. You'll have like a 9 o'clock class, and then you'll have like a 3-hour period. You know, where you're just like, well, I guess I'll take my lunch now and then just sit in the library. I can't go home because so your whole day is sitting around waiting.
You could be stuck on campus from 8 to 10 p.m.
Yes.
8 a.m. You could be.
Oh, man.
Imagine trying to live. Imagine like going to practice every day or traveling.
That's what I was getting at. Is even without sports, college was crazy. Yeah, and crazy. I couldn't imagine trying to balance that too.
Yeah,
a sports schedule on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because my little brother he's at MTSU now, and he's like. For the first 2 years he was there, he was the manager for the baseball team.
Oh, he was busy.
Oh, dude,
man.
He had to stop because, I mean,
poor dude.
He had to stop, and it really hurt his grades because, like, he was basically on the same schedule as the baseball players, but wasn't getting like a scholarship like them. I mean, he was getting a little bit, but it wasn't worth it, and he was not happy.
I hate that. It wasn't the same. Did he do that in high school too?
No, so he played baseball in high school, and
okay.
Yeah, he played sports and baseball and stuff growing up, but he didn't end up playing in college. But he wants to be. He's going to school to be a teacher, and he wants to be.
Word.
He wants to be a coach and like a gym teacher and stuff. So
Word.
he definitely got some valuable experience with that. He knows how like a college football or a college baseball program is run and stuff, and like he's in that and like. You know, kind of learned a little bit about coaching too, a bit, and because that's really what he wants to do. But
he took a lot out of that.
Yeah, he did.
We were just talking about that. Mm-hmm. You know, just the little things that shape us.
Yeah,
that got him into kind of figuring out what he wanted to do for his life.
And he realized he was
that's
he at least in that moment he was like, I don't want to be a manager anymore, because literally like. You know, 8.
That was supposed to happen for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like it making perfect sense.
You just gotta accept what God has laid out for you. Everything does happen for a reason, even the bad stuff, man. And it's so hard to accept sometimes, but
it is.
There's some sort of plan, like this COVID-19 stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to happen, I guess. You know.
I don't know what it is. That's why we gotta work on ourselves daily. You never know what life's about to throw you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all. The Titans game.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
I haven't been looking, but now we're tied 30 in the fourth.
At the end of the game,
we were
5
just
minutes
up
left. By
13.
a lot, too. So, you a big football? You like football pretty good? Titans?
I like
college football at all?
But it's definitely not my favorite sport. Basketball is my favorite sport.
NBA?
By far.
Well, who's your NBA squad?
Shout outs Golden State.
Golden
man.
State?
Real
Okay.
OG Golden
Okay.
State fan.
I was
though.
about to say, I was like, hold on now.
Or I can pull out the receipts.
No, listen. They are about to go on another 5-year run.
I'm never dropping Golden State.
they
Even
got-
if they dropped the run.
They got Steph coming back, Clay coming back, Andrew Wiggins, and the second pick in the draft.
I don't even know who it is. I just want to catch the
know
surprise.
I don't know who they're gonna get, but
I'm
I
not
can
gonna
see them
lie.
getting that Wiseman dude from Memphis. He's like a
Oh.
7-footer, but yeah,
Ooh.
they got a scary lineup coming.
I mean, I love the whole bench, the squad.
Yeah,
I was heartbroken we missed out on LaMelo. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite athletes too. Like one of the youngest that
Yeah.
I watch coming up.
for sure.
I see the grind. Like grind respects grind
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
He
I see that talent right there.
yeah, he's cold.
Undeniable.
He scored like 100 points in a high school game or something. I don't know if it was actually 100. He scored like 80. He was balling.
I think he did hit 100.
Was it 100? I'm pretty sure
I
that's
think
what
he
it.
did.
That's
That's
insane.
ridiculous. That's
like,
ridiculous
Man,
to
but-
think about. God, no, I can't even imagine.
what is that equivalent to in track? 100 points in a game. You know what I'm saying? Like some crazy world record time. Like
100 points in the game.
you know what I'm saying? How does that equate to track?
You got to be breaking the world record.
Like by a lot. By
you
like
got to be smashing the gold record. Some teams don't get 100 points
yeah.
or half of that
Yeah.
as a full squad.
Yeah.
No,
in
that's
high school, yeah.
ridiculous. I just that's ridiculous. It's like it was 1 against 5.
Literally, just everything was going in. Did you ever know anybody or meet anyone who competed in the Olympics or anything like that? Because I know specifically MTSU, their track team had some
Who's
Africans.
in the
They had like, I can't remember which country, but MTSU had a couple people who represented some African countries that ran track.
They did.
There was like 3 or 4. Like there was a few of them.
I know a guy that ran track, and he was going to run for Nigeria's Olympic team. I hate injuries, man. They take you right out the game sometimes. But as someone who's got so many injuries, man, to where I was in a wheelchair at one
Oh,
point.
man.
I had to relearn how to walk at one point.
Gosh.
And still made it to college sports. If you want to overcome that injury, you got to be Mamba mentality.
Yeah, you got to say no. I'm gonna
That
recover.
made me tough, man. Injuries make you tough, but sometimes when you at your best, it'll take you out at bad timing. But you learn something from
Yeah.
it, but you missed something from it.
Yeah,
That's what happened with my homie. He was definitely gonna turn up for Team Nigeria.
because I know track.
trying to think.
Because you know how like football, there's like the NFL. There's not like the NFL for track. It's like
Right.
Olympics. It's like college Olympics.
Yeah, you just
You
a
know.
professional.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
So-
you make money from it, just like, but you're not making
you're not making that Tom Brady
you're not making
money.
that Jalen Ramsey
or
contract.
what's his name? That Patrick Mahomes $500 million. Did you see that contract?
I saw it.
$500 million. That's
Saw it.
That's more money than some countries have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We can't even get
that's way
into
too
that
much money.
conversation
That is
'cause
way
we
too
could
much
talk
money.
about that. You don't need that.
No,
don't
you
need
really
that.
don't.
But you worked hard.
Yeah.
You worked hard. Good things come to you when you put it in.
you're not wrong.
Like good things come to you. You could be the worst on a team to the Super Bowl MVP. A lot of these people have stories just like
Yeah.
we all do.
So, your newest track, Live from the Gutter, give me like how long ago did you make that? Where'd you make it? Producer, all that, Tell me all about that.
Oh, y'all gonna get the first take on this for sure.
Yeah.
Live from the Gutter is from Rosedale Drive
Okay.
EP, right?
Okay.
That I was telling you about. So the song was inspired by my time being there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the songs on the track are more I hate to use labels when people say stuff, but when they say like you have like upbeat music.
Yeah, for
then
sure.
even within rap, you have like more of the fun songs, and then you have like that NBA YoungBoy,
Yeah,
pain song.
aggressive. Oh, okay. He does it all
He does
too.
the aggressive, but like when you have that Future pouring out your heart songs, I got a few of those. Not gonna lie, because that was just a time period for me. I was going through some things for sure, and overcoming some things and going through some new things at the same time. Like it was like wins and losses.
Yeah.
So that song was mostly talking about losses in that song. It was just like I recorded that song. I'm not gonna lie, I recorded that song in my garage at the crib.
Bro, that's literally how I did 90% of my music. I started by myself in my mom's garage, literally.
I got a MacBook.
Cool.
And
same. That's exactly how I did it. Yeah.
A little mic, little USB mic. Hopped on there and recorded all of that, and then all in one time. Like I made it probably 30 minutes in the garage, and I kind of just was thinking about, I had just left Birmingham, Homewood, Alabama. You know, I'm staying around here now, but I had just left, going back down there to visit for the weekend. Came back up here, and I was like, I needed another track for that tape. So I just found the beat and just went off it basically like that. Yeah, you know, just sometimes I write, sometimes I pre-write, but I was just still in my same feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was in that feel that day, so I took that one out. I just went in there, just recording, you know, just me.
So
just
that's what I was about to say. So it was just you.
Yeah, just me. I like to record myself.
I like to do that too. Personally, I feel like you can, because I have no problem or issue with showing anybody anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I can also record in front of people, but I would prefer to do it alone. You know, I really would.
It gives you the most genuine expression from the song, because you actually were doing it, and you actually, you know, you knew what you wanted it to sound like, and you knew exactly where you wanted to punch back in and fix that part. I mean, you did all that yourself, and you heard it and tweaked it, rather than, you know, punching it in or just going to the studio. I love going to the studio though. For me, it creates, it's only certain songs that I'll make in the studio though. Just I said, the vibes of whatever the songs coming. Yeah, like some songs like Live from the Gutter was recorded in my garage because that's where the emotion was at the moment. I would have never recorded that song in the studio. Yeah.
So whenever you say the studio, who is this? Like I've seen some videos of you, like whose studio is that? Like, you know, like where did you go to? Like whenever you say like, all right, I'm about to go to like a real studio, like where do you go?
It varies, you know. You
got like a couple places?
One of my favorite spots is at my boy Leroy's crib.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, Leroy. Yeah. Leroy's studio is.
I haven't been there yet.
All of the above.
I need to go there. I need to go vibe out one day. So
man, Leroy, please go in there.
Yeah, hell
Even
yeah.
if you did a podcast, like your the vibes in there is gonna have your conversation going up. Yeah.
So record at Leroy's a little bit. Where else you go?
When I stayed in Alabama, I was recording generally. I recorded a lot myself, like I said, but TBG Studios is in Birmingham.
Okay, cool.
In Birmingham, Alabama, if anybody's ever in the area. TBG is where I kind of like started finding my sound at.
Word.
So that's always going to be a dope spot for me. Anytime I go back to Birmingham, I'm pulling up on TBG. Where else have I recorded up here? Low-key Quinn, I'm shouting out because he got the best sound I've heard. He's in Nashville.
Is he like mixes it really well, like that type of stuff? Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's mixing you up. He's saucing you up.
That's
radio quality. Hell right now.
You said Nashville?
He's in Nashville. Yeah,
in Nashville?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's in Nashville area. And honestly, I moved back into town, like end of last year. But I'm still trying to find new places around here. So, honestly, whoever listening to this got good studios, y'all hook me up.
That's what I was. That's really why I wanted this group message to happen, so we can
hook me up.
Yeah, so artists can find studio time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I've never personally, I've never been to like a real official fancy studio. I've made all my music in a bedroom. damn near. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to go there ever.
You're right. But
Yeah,
it's
1 to 10 for me. It's like for every one studio song, I've made 10 on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was getting at though. Is there's so many, specifically producers who kind of have like the whole get up, you know, and
that's a studio. It's just in your crib.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I want people to happen. You know, you can go to so and so studio and make some songs, make some music, you know, and like
it's the best route.
Because I know this is the biggest issue for rappers is they don't have anywhere to record most of the time, you know, and I mean,
I didn't when I first started.
Yeah,
I was in Birmingham,
and it's not because. It's just because you don't know. I mean, that's really, you don't know how. And you think it's more intricate, but it's really not. A USB mic and a MacBook and a pair of headphones, and you are in business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You could always,
I've recorded
you could always do
too.
with more, but, like, that's all you need, really. Yeah. And some space.
I've inspired some people in my circle, or just some people that I've run into. I've inspired them to record, too. Mm-hmm. And I've recorded some of them and they didn't have a clue what to do. Mm-hmm. Even one of my closest friends.
It's a learning curve.
I don't want to tell anybody who it is, just in case he gets offended. But that's on you if you get offended, because you know who I'm talking about. But my homie, we've recorded probably going on 50 songs or something together, and he still don't know how to punch himself in, right?
It's definitely...
He's still getting adjusted to setting up.
But if you want to do it, then you'll figure it out. And YouTube is your best friend, too.
No, I'm not. I got to take that back. I think if this is our 50th song, he figured it out on the 50th try.
Word.
Yeah, it came natural to me, though, you know, for some of us. And then... You know, I would consider myself kind of tech savvy, so I got a couple different DAWs that I'll click around. Mm-hmm. So much to learn on that. So if you're a learner, like I just enjoy learning.
Each one takes hours to learn, like definitely. Each one. They're all different.
And even over a year of using it, you're still learning. But yeah, that's a lot of discipline. That's what I'm saying. Like even just clicking around and learning how to use the DAW is a part of how I relate. You know, practice as an athlete into just getting better as an artist. All that stuff comes with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely turning it over. I used to take it serious, like you know, you're saying you just become obsessed. Mm-hmm. I used to take sports so serious. Like anybody know me, you know, we had a party in high school or something. I wasn't grabbing any drinks or nothing. I was like serious, like really
with your body,
serious,
health wise.
Everything.
Even now, I really recommend, and I want to encourage people our age,
non-athletes,
our 20-year-old. Your diet is so important. People, stop eating
fast
food. Period. Stop eating fast food. Period.
Stop eating fast food.
Literally, period. Just cook your own food, man. Eat at home. It's one. You'll have more money. That's
my favorite drink.
You like these?
Yes.
Oh, I love these.
That's my favorite one. I just need a little energy.
They're so good, and
Can they see that? Cause
I be drinking these on here all the time.
The VA Energy.
Yeah. These are amazing, and they're so healthy.
And you're getting some of your daily fruits and veggies in there.
50% juice too. You know, like you'll get lemonade from the store and it says 2% juice. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wait, what the fuck else is this?
Yeah, then what's the 98?
Yeah, this is 50%, and it has just as much caffeine as a cup of coffee.
Yeah, is it?
I love these.
Isn't the energy maybe from green tea?
Yeah, tea.
Yeah.
The caffeine level
you don't need that Starbucks. You can
really
get that
don't.
Right there.
It's sugar and milk is what Starbucks is. But yes, people, that your diet is so important, and that's going to affect, because food is information. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to get into
everything, man,
what you put in your body is going to affect your physical appearance, but also if you're just eating mental, Taco Bell
all of it.
And McDonald's all the time, like you're gonna be feeling like crap.
We're not throwing shots at you, but we just want you to wake. You just got to be more conscious, man.
Go every once in a while, the occasion, I'll go to McDonald's, and occasionally, and I'll go get some biscuits or a McGriddle every once in a while for a treat.
Every once in a while, like
if you eat fast food every day, I know you don't feel good.
Oh, I know.
You
Because
know?
I did it before.
Yeah,
I'll
being
never
in
go back.
college is will do that to you because, like you were saying, you have a small window to eat food and
And it's got to be a specific, depending on what you're trying to do with that food.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We can all be more conscious.
moderation.
And
Like
we always, I'm sure we all have times where we fall back
Mhm.
when we're doing good, and then
yep.
we hit up Waffle House. or
All right,
something.
Waffle House, man. I think Waffle House is the only exception.
Okay, we'll throw that one out there.
Um,
You're doing good, then you pull it up at Burger King. It happens.
shit, man.
I went today.
Where you went to Burger King today?
I went to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, okay, I saw that. What'd you get? You got the Travis Scott meal?
I forgot to get the Travis Scott.
Man, it's really just a quarter pounder with bacon.
I used to
and extra cheese.
I've already had that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they did a hell of a job marketing that though. It's literally just a quarter pounder with an extra piece of cheese and bacon.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's all it is. And then they give you barbecue sauce with the fries.
The same. It's not even a special Travis sauce.
No, just barbecue sauce. That's what, and a Sprite.
You gotta get. That's crazy, McDonald's. They could have gave.
I mean,
they could have gave a signature sauce so you could get the full drip.
Or like the box. They could have had like a Travis Scott quarter pounder box or
You're
something.
getting it in just a regular.
Just-
no, are you serious?
I mean, I haven't got it, but all the videos.
Who has gotten it? I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going just for fun. Probably when I leave here.
Titans capped it.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Shoot, Fryyco II. We're at 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Wow, we
Yeah.
smooth.
Told you, just like that. So, plug anything you want to. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Plug anything you
Word.
want. Leave me with some word. Leave the people with some words. Anything you want to say before we get off of here. Floor is yours.
Word. Well, dude, this is a really dope conversation for this basically being our first conversation
yeah, it is.
ever.
Yeah. Face to
knowing each
face.
other for all this time.
few
I
months.
appreciate. I've heard only good things about you. You know what I'm saying?
that's great, man.
And seen for myself, I've seen some of your episodes. Very dope. And I listened to the whole thing.
I
I
appreciate
like it on
that.
the iTunes though. Like,
Yeah.
because I go for like walks and
I like to do that too.
Can I leave that tip? Can I leave that tip, y'all?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for a walk
Yeah, get outside.
Go
get
for a walk.
Get some vitamin D, man. Get
and
some
listen to
sun.
this podcast while you walking, and then next thing you know, you walk for an hour. Go for
just
it.
like that.
Go for a walk.
Yeah, that makes me
We
happy.
need that.
It makes me happy to say to hear that you listen to full episodes, and two, you use the Apple Podcast thing because sometimes I don't even know who. 90% of my plays come from YouTube.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I get it. It's the visual thing. I get it. But like, you gotta. I throw it out on Apple and Spotify too. Because I mean, yeah.
Keep doing that because that's my favorite
Yeah.
way. I've seen some videos YouTube though,
Yeah, I do.
and on like the
hell yeah.
Instagram. Yeah,
That's cool. That's good to know. Good feedback. Because yeah, I'm whenever I listen to a podcast, most of the time there's a couple specific ones I'll like
You're
throw
watching.
I'll throw on the TV. But when I'm on the way to work,
driving.
most of the time I don't even I listen to music. Yeah, but like most of the time, man, I'm listening to a podcast.
Your podcast is actually the first podcast I listened to on the road.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
I don't know if you would call like Charlemagne the God a podcast or
Sure,
something, but
yeah.
I've listened that.
Joe Budden does one too.
I've listened to stuff like
Yeah.
on the radio driving
yeah.
to work, but like I intentionally clicked on yours, type
Hell
thing.
yeah, that's awesome.
And that's way
That
before
makes me
we
happy.
even talked about
Yeah.
Lincoln. So yeah,
I mean, I'm super glad that we finally got in here. I appreciate your time. You're welcome to come back on again for sure. I'd love to have you on.
I know Leroy was telling me he's trying to get on.
Yeah,
he's trying to come on here together, so we can work
do
that
that.
out.
He's been on two times.
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw both his too.
So, yeah, me, you, and him, we can link up sometime on the weekend. I know that he's got like he works late. He works like at night. I think.
I
But
think he's got the weekends open. For
yeah,
real.
but I mean,
And
yeah,
same here.
for the most part, yeah, weekends, and then also, man, we can definitely do some music. I'll help you with some beats too. I mean,
let's definitely
whatever
make
I can
some
do to
music.
help, man. I'm just really just trying to spread love, you know.
I guarantee you, we'll learn something from each other. We'll
Absolutely.
both learn. I guarantee you. Anytime I've linked in the studio, I haven't had too many bad experiences.
Yeah.
But pull up at people's cribs. I'm always down for y'all. I know there's COVID and everything, but I'm gonna tell you, I've had my share with that.
Yeah, didn't you have it?
I've had it and it was horrible. I thought I was dying.
Had you down?
No, I literally thought I was dying.
Did you go? Were you in the hospital?
I should have went. I was scared.
My friend, so I knew someone at my job actually got it, but no one else got it.
I know so many people now.
I knew my friend Devin got it, and then I knew like 2 other people who got it, but it didn't hit them that bad.
I think it got me because of my respiratory issues.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a couple.
You have like asthma or something?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Were you like coughing a ton?
Non-stop. Like
that's scary.
For 8 straight days, like it just through the
fever,
night, through
fever
the morning,
through the roof, sweating.
I didn't have too bad of that fever. That only stays for a minute and it goes away. But the cough, man, I don't even want to talk about that.
I saw you post about it.
I got PTSD type vibes with it. It was bad. I don't wish it on anyone, but a lot of us have had it. But you know what I did? I got my blood checked though at the urgent care for the antibodies. Yeah. They said I have a high count. Highly reactive, whatever that means. I work in clinical research, but I don't know what that means. I mean, no, I know what that means, but as far as
how do you apply that to
with COVID? Yeah, I'm good on that. But yeah,
wow,
we'll all be on the other side of this. I'm not getting that vaccine either.
Oh hell no!
Y'all can have. I already had it once.
Yeah, you're good. You already have the vaccine in your blood.
I don't know what to say about that. That's a whole different episode.
It really is.
That's a whole different episode.
Oh shit, we're gonna end it on that. Episode 66, man. Thank you guys for watching. 66.
66.
I did 65 yesterday. 66. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.